Hello YouTube, I'm Tim Hayes. Welcome back to the Tim Hayes YouTube channel. This time another unboxing video. If you had watched my unboxing video short preview, or preview short, whatever you want to call it, I gave a little bit of a clue as to what was inside the package. Well, that really wasn't as much of a clue, so I'll give two more clues before I open the package. So, here's another clue. Yeah, Princess Leia Organa from the original Star Wars is the next clue. Clue number one was do not bend, so it's something you're not supposed to bend. And then clue number two is Princess Leia, so something to do with Princess Leia from the original Star Wars movie. And then final clue, The Mandalorian from the Disney Plus streaming series, The Mandalorian. So, something to do with The Mandalorian is the third and final clue as to what I will be unboxing. So I will get the package. Okay, now, just to get this opened, and two sheets of cardboard. And it looks like the stuff slipped out of there and this cardboard was bent. But here's one thing. It's a little bent up. Not too bad. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit torn. Light Cruiser Bridge playset from Cardboard Galaxy. So it's like it's a paper. This is not exactly cardboard. I believe this is paper stock. So this is the floor to Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser Bridge playset from The Mandalorian. It makes me a little bit angry that this was not properly sealed on the inside, but Oh no. And this sucker is heavy. So let's see what we've got. I believe this is all the parts to the light cruiser bridge. And then I've got this. I believe those are the floor pieces that Cardboard Galaxy made for Hasbro's Star Wars The Vintage Collection Canty 4 corridor playset. I've got a bunch right behind me, and if I separate these hallways and put something behind there, I believe that those are the floors that go right behind there. And then here we have the backdrops to go between the hallways, or yeah, to go on the back side of the hallways. So I have to we'd probably have to take those gray things off of there and then just put them over these holes. This goes on one side of one hallway, and this goes on the other side of another hallway. And then I already showed, yeah. So it looks like I need 2 hallways because, or maybe not. Yeah, probably, unless I need the long hallway. Unless I just need one long hallway to put these behind. But then, aside from the floor pieces of the Tanty 4, there's one more piece behind it that Cardboard Galaxy made, and this is the backdrop behind those gray things. In the first Star Wars movie, you see the hooded Princess Leia bending over and giving the plans to the Death Star to R2-D2. She's putting like a little floppy disk into R2-D2, feeding him the plans. I believe this is right after she also recorded a message to Obi-Wan Kenobi that would be saved inside R2-D2's memory. But yeah, I don't remember this side right here. I think I remember seeing one of these right behind Darth Vader in Captain Antilles when he's strangling Captain Antilles, trying to question him, and just throws him across the room of the ship. So Cardboard Galaxy's backdrop pieces to Hasbro's Tanty 4 hallways. Just get one long floor piece to put on the back side of one of the hallways, and then just put two hallways side by side, and then looks like this just folds. These parts fold over. I don't know if I have to have one of the door bits behind it to hold it up. Looks like maybe those just fold over and maybe it stands up. And then the little back, or these rectangular backdrop bit pieces that those gray pieces either go over or go through these, because there's little white things on the back those gray pieces hook on. Yeah, it must be the white pieces hook up through these, and then the gray bits go over. So two different backdrops for the back wall, the corridors. And then Cardboard Galaxy's Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser Bridge playset. Not really cardboard, just paper stock, but made by Cardboard Galaxy, so just some paper stock diorama pieces for the Tanty 4 and for some Mandalorian figures. Of course, I have the retro collection Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and Grogu, but so far when it comes to the vintage collection, I just had a Stormtrooper, and I got another Stormtrooper. Yeah, I have the Remnant Stormtrooper, and then I got Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, in the vintage collection, along with the Artillery Stormtrooper in the vintage collection, and then Cara Dune. And then if I want to, these two Stormtroopers, I can either put them in a Death Star diorama or the Tanty 4, or have them on the Light Cruiser Bridge for Moff Gideon, since I don't have a Moff Gideon action figure. And let's see if you can see back here. I've got the vintage Kenner Jabba the Hutt playset set up, but I switched out the vintage Kenner Jabba, putting in the Phantom Menace version of Jabba. So I've got a little bit more modern, slightly more modern Jabba figure in with the vintage collection Sandstorm Slave Leia minus the Sandstorm gear, and then the vintage collection Bib Fortuna, and 90s Hasbro Power of the Force 2 C-3PO, and then I believe that's a vintage collection carbon block of Han Solo, and then the rocket firing Boba Fett from the vintage collection, and then a vintage collection Mon, and then Next 17's custom version of Hermie Odal, and then Stan Solo's reproduction of the last 17 Headhunter guy, a man, and then I've got Cy Snoodles and Droopy McCool from the Max Rebo band, and yeah, I don't know if that blue thing behind there, that blue elephant guy, that's Max Rebo at his keyboard. And then I've got the vintage Kenner Salacious Crumb sitting on Jabba's tail, and since I don't have any pillows like what comes with the vintage collection Jabba the Hutt playset, just that packing foam that was in the package with the Jabba and the band figures, I'm just using as like a pillow cushion for Jabba and Slave, Princess Leia. So, just wanted to end showing that Jabba setup that I've rearranged. And yeah, you can see this paper stock Jabba's Palace playset. I put a vintage Kenner Jabba in there. And then I've got another vintage Jabba on the top shelf with that trophy room Jabba adventure set, and then Power of the Force 2 Slave Leia is standing in a carbonite block right there. With a few bad guys, Jabba goons, and TIE fighter pilot in the background. More Jabba bad guys and some droids, and then Jabba's in the back, in that back room with Bib Fortuna and Skiff Guard disguised Lando Calrissian standing guard Jabba, and then yeah, Stan Solo custom version of Slave Leia sitting in the background. I got, yeah, I don't know who that is I have back there. There's another alien. Oh, that's just another Salacious Crumb. And I don't know. Yeah, C-3PO. I don't think you can. There he is. You see that shiny thing behind Jabba? That's C-3PO. And then here's all the paper stock bits for the Tanty 4 underneath the Moff Gideon light cruiser bridge. Have to assemble and put those backdrops into the hallways. So this has been another unboxing video showing you what I got from Cardboard Galaxy on eBay. So I'm Tim Hayes, and thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for another YouTube video coming soon. Hope you enjoyed it. May the Force be with you.